I knew nothing about.
I know. A lot of people have heard of Catalina Island just off the Southern California coast. I didn't know that they actually had their own wildlife conservancy. Dr. Jill, there?
They sure do. It's amazing here, you guys. Everybody needs to come here, especially if you're a California resident. I've been coming here since I'm a kid, and I took an amazing eco tour yesterday of the island. I saw all kinds of cool animals here. Of course, that's my focus, right? Always. There's bison, there were some foxes. I've scuba dived here before. There's an underwater conservancy park. Mr. Wrigley, I'm sure you know the famous Mr. Wrigley of the Chewing Gum Company, signed papers back in the 70s to make sure that Catalina stayed as pristine as possible so that for generations to come, we could see California in its natural state.
Dr. Jill, too, I know a lot of people talk about the Galapagos and all the different amazing flora and fauna you can see there, but there are also several dozen different types of plants and animals that are very unique to Catalina. What are some of those animals?
Right, exactly. Tons of plants. They're working feverishly to keep them going as well because they've had fires and all sorts of natural disasters that have happened along the way. But most of these animals came from things like movie making, for example. Back in 1924, the bison came over to make a movie, and same with the feral pigs, which are no longer here, by the way. I want to make sure people understand because they were very destructive. They came over for boar hunting, I guess, originally, and then also as well as some of the foxes, which they're trying to rebuild those populations as well as the bald eagle.
Now, Jill, I know your trip includes a Jeep tour and, you know, you're in a really cool place there. Are you getting any kind of VIP treatment, or is this something anybody can come down there and do?
You know, anyone can come down here. I did get great treatment, I have to say. I'm going to go visit the veterinarian here afterwards, and it's really an interesting place to come. Anyone can come. They have all sorts of cool tours. You can parasail, you can zip line, but everything around this place that they provide for people has to deal with education and conservation for nature, so that, for example, your grandchildren, Paul, could come here and it will look like California did in its original state.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Jill, live on Catalina Island this morning.
Yeah, sorry about the sound there. We're doing our best, but it was an interesting trip for her, and we wanted to share where she went. And that's a place I've always wanted to go.
Oh,
so it's been on my
beautiful.
list. Yeah, fantastic.